Welcome back to SOS and Start Something About Us. And today I want to talk about, let me fix my chair. Talk about the most, okay, this is things I think about. I got to get that out of the way right off the bat. All right, so I want to talk about the most neglected thing when it comes to preppers. And this is one of the least popular topics that there is. People get upset when you talk about this one. This is the one that gets everybody upset. Everyone gets mad about it. But I am doing it so that people will focus more on it. And some of you already focus on it. And you don't even need to be reminded. And for those that are already focused on that, I want to apologize to those. I will, and I am. I'm going to apologize to those right off the bat before I even get to talking about it. Okay? But it's like this. It's kind of like, it falls into the same category as the meaning of life and stuff. Get to the point, BA. Get to the point. All right. Your health. Your health is the most important thing. And here's why. Here's why. Now, there are people that have sustained injuries and have situations in their lives that involve health that they had no control over. And there's so many of them. I'm not going to get into every single detail of every single one. I will talk about myself because I'm right here. Okay? I have more injuries than I can count on both hands. Maybe not my feet, but then both hands. I have a lot of injuries. And from spinal cord injuries, shoulder injuries and things like that. But I still manage to work out. And sometimes I have to prove to people that I still work out. Here's a video Sippy took, and I didn't even know she was going to take this video, but she started filming me at the gym, and here's a video of me at the gym working out. Why are you videotaping me, babe?
Because you're cool. Make sure the core gets theirs today.
That is proof that I still work out. I just wanted to share that little bit. Now, I don't have tons of videos of me doing running and stuff like that. And I got to thinking about that after, I decided this morning, and I woke up, I'm like, well, I'm going to go back here and I'm going to make my video. And I got to thinking, well, should I do a video of me doing all this other stuff? I was like, they'll get the point. I'm pretty sure you'll get the point. Well, you got to prove everything these days or no one's going to believe you. You got to make a video of you actually doing it, and then they'll be like, oh yeah, he actually does that. It's sad life has to be that way, but you got to prove to everybody. So the thing is your health, and this falls into the category. I was telling Sippy that if it's kind of like, Sippy's been in situations where she's been in a lot of pain, and she would pray for it to go away, the pain to stop. She was in a situation where she was in a lot of pain. It's like, and it's amazing that, if you're going through a lot of pain, you'll either pray for death or pray for relief, pray for it to stop. And a lot of people won't, you fall into faith when you start experiencing a lot of pain. And, I've been in situations where pain was so unbearable that you're thinking, man, why on earth am I here? If I'm dealing with all this pain, why on earth am I still doing this? And I'm telling you, your health is probably the most crucial item in all your preps. And it's the most neglected one. It's the most neglected. I've decided, in my life to make a total change and not smoke, not drink, not do anything. And I chose to do all those things to get healthier. And my health is important, health, longevity of life, and all that stuff, and strength in situations, and being able to carry items longer, and push myself further, and all these things. Those are things, and hopefully, talking to at the VA, talking to my healthcare rep there at the VA, having them. They've actually said before, if you quit smoking, these are all the things that happen when you quit smoking. These are the benefits of it, and nicotine and what it does to the body. Nicotine, not just smoking, nicotine in general. It doesn't matter where you get your intake from. Nicotine in your body at all is just it's horrible, and it healing process. Especially when you get older. I mean, your skin's starting to thin out anyway, so scarring happens more often, and you don't heal the same. You don't heal internally the same. You don't heal externally the same. A lot of things go into that. Stuff to think about. It's definitely something to think about. Sippy was telling me the same thing, but it's so Sippy's telling me the same thing, and then I go and I see the doctor, and the doctor tells me the same thing. I said, well, your back might feel a little bit better. I will never heal. My spine will never heal. The injuries that I have, I'll never heal from. We already know that, and it's already been told to me. You can do like spinal blockages and things like that, but then you're not gonna know. The pain will be numb, and I could sustain more injuries. So I have to be very careful, and I will know when I'm hurting, and if I'm hurting, I know to stop. So I keep all that in mind, and there's really nothing that they can do. They just tell them. I mean, I'm actually encouraged to do more physical activities, and you would think that they want you to just curl up and die, but that's not the case. And it is very important to keep in mind. If you think about it, think about that. If I'm unhealthy, how awful is it to live? To be alive. It is awful. It is awful. It is an awful feeling, and it's something that I think about. And I don't tell people this stuff. This is hey, welcome to SOS. This is me. I mean, step one is survival, right? I've said it before. It's the reason why I came up with the name. Step one is staying alive. Don't die. That's my motto. But yeah, it's that's just one of the things that you have to really consider when it comes to that. And this isn't fall into how much body fat you have and all that stuff. That's strictly up to you. I mean, meals and portion sizes and all that stuff, and how much you eat, and that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother thing. But health, things that we can control, things that are in our control, the power to control certain things, right? There's some things that we cannot control. There's injuries and things, and diseases and whatnot, and stuff that people come in contact with that they cannot control. There's nothing that they can do about it. It's just going to happen to them, and it sucks. That's the best way of saying it. Those are the ones that are very unfortunate. I'm not going to sit here and name off every one of them because there's too many to name off. So I'll miss one, and someone said, "Well, you didn't talk about blah blah," and see what I mean? Someone's gonna call me out. But that's the thing, and I picked up the we started into the whole bug out bikes and hauling the kids around, and we've gotten into that, and that's become our thing. And I guess this could be part of the BOB series, the bug out bike series, because there is a lot you can do with that, the trailers and everything, and it gives you another thing to do besides just running. It's like, oh, I run on pavement and I run on a treadmill, and then I run here and I run there, and I entered the 5K, and now I'm doing 5K, and all these different activities, right? I mean, there's tons of activities you can get involved in that keep you motivated and keep you trucking, and that's part of why they do those, is to keep people motivated in trucking and staying involved in their health and all that stuff. Another thing you can do, there's a website that I used to use, and I used to use it back in the day. I used it to lose a lot of weight. I was focused on weight loss at the time instead of weight gain. I'm trying to gain a little bit of weight and lose a little bit of weight at the same time, trying to balance myself out. But everybody knows the drill with that. But there's like World's Healthiest Foods, and World's Healthiest Foods, you can look up the details about everything you intake, everything you take in, your food you take in. And it was I haven't checked the site in a while, but I'll put a link, if I've got it, I'll put a link in the description box for it. But you can go on there, and it's like you can find manganine was one of the things I was just recently talking about with somebody, and manganine burns fat, and it destroys fat, and manganine is one of the best things to take in, and certain foods have manganine, and all the different foods, usually green leafy items that have manganine in it, but also pineapple. But pineapple, it kind of counterbalances because it's loaded with sugar, and it's got manganine in it to help fight fat. So it's like, man, it's like it's set up that way for a reason or whatnot. But there's so many different things you can discover from sites like that, and but the items that keep you motivated, you know, that helps you figure out what to take in, and there's places and people that can do that. And then, but that's just for that one topic. I figured I would throw that out there just for that one topic. You know, someone's going to ask about that when it comes in regards to health. But taking in, destroying your body is my main point of this. Not destroying your body purposely, and health, and what can you do to fix certain items. And the only thing I've been able to do to fix my certain items is to cut out nicotine was the main one. And you know, for other injuries, if you take in alcohol and stuff, it's not good for your injuries. So staying away from things like that. That's just something that I wanted to add to that. So basically, keep yourself clean. You know what I mean? Keep yourself nice and clean, the best you can. And that definitely helps a lot with this stuff. And you can have all the food stored. You can have all the water stored. You can have all this stuff, you know, all the tactical gear there is, and, you know, all the guns, all the ammo. But if you're an unhealthy bastard, you know, you're going to die a miserable death. It's just going to happen. I'm throwing it out there. So let's gonna get mad I said that, but it's a true story. I don't know. I want to have the ability to do certain things. I want to have the strength and be able to go and tackle the day and be strong. And I want you all to be able to do the same thing. And I want you all to be able to think about that. And this is what I'm thinking about. And I'm hoping that this will inspire some people out there. It might be a small little group of people, but I'm hoping that this will inspire a few people to think about that, and maybe it'll help them get focused and focused on the positive and not so much the negative, and steering clear of all that stuff. But the reasons to live, right? The reasons to live, you know. Having motivation to live, and the healthier you get, the better you feel, and the better you feel, the longer you want to live. I'm just saying. But I hope this helps. You're watching SOS. Stats aren't badass. Have a beautiful, fabulous, fantastic day. God bless you guys and gals. Take it easy.